Yeah, it's probably stupid, but I'm gonna go try to use the bomb fragment on the door. I know, it's probably really, really dumb. I can't. Okay. I don't know. Could always improvise. It's one of the reasons our DM usually sighed at us whenever you pose a challenge. It's like, ah, here's this thing. You can't pick the lock. Okay, I'll just blow a hole in the wall. It's like, god damn it, why did I let you be a sapper? Don't give me boom booms. It's like the drow and his companions are attempting to knock down your door. What do? Well, I strap a breaching charge, one of my little homemade breaching charges to the door while they're trying to knock it down. It's like, okay, they're trying to ram down the door to our room at the inn. Fuck it, I'll just blast the door back in their face. Because I was an asshole rogue. That's the thing. Our other friend who always has to be the rogue is always trying to sneak around and be all sneaky and shit. To the point of uselessness, because it's like, we're in the middle of active combat, dude. I mean, I'm a sorcerer and I'm up there beating people's ass. But no, he's sneaking around, he's trying to move silently and hide in fucking open combat. And by the time he, you know, gets near something, it's dead. Or in the one case, he spent 5 rounds sneaking around the perimeter of the room while we were wailing on a fucking chain demon, which can't be critted anyway, or, you know, hit with backstabs or crits anyway. Of course, he didn't know that at the time. He was one turn away from getting to it, critically failed on his move silently, fell right flat on his fucking face. Oh, hey, cave. Yeah, that was fun. And then the turn after that, I fucking killed it with a Kasarigama. That, or he'll try to sneak, and it's like, I'm usually a sorcerer, just because I like to pull my spell, you know. Fuck spell preparation, that's for chumps. I'll pick my spells myself, and yeah. So, our one friend was a fighter, named Vincent. We just called him Captain Halberd, because he used a halberd. And I had enlarged person. Yeah. And then the cleric could have, you know, you got bull strength. So, he would become really, really big man. That was his nickname. Really, really big man. We either called him Captain Halberd, and then we'd get into fights, and he'd be like, make me really, really big man. And then he would pretty much squash everything, and then, you know... Because, yeah, between enlarged person and bull strength, with him already being a very, you know, strength-oriented fighter. And then the magic halberd he got. Yeah, shit got stupid. Enlarged person's a really nice spell to have, too. I mean... It saved our ass. When we were out in the desert, it saved our ass from fucking sandworms. So you come across a ritual site with a bell, and of course the dumbass rogue touched the bell, and it rang, and it was a bell of summoning that summoned sandworms. The cleric got swallowed by a sandworm, the fighter jumped in the sandworm's mouth and cut him out. And by this time I got the enlarged person spell ready, and then they were large enough to not be swallowed by the sandworm. So you got the cleric, one leg in the sandworm's mouth, fucking wailing on it with a fucking adamantium longsword. Which I still don't know why he used. It's just like, we found it as a treasure. It was some named adamantium +3 longsword we found in some king's tomb. and text message. So, oh, this is Honky Kong asking which Final Fantasies I'm going to be playing. But yeah, it's like he was this cleric of St. Cuthbert, because clerics of St. Cuthbert are fucking awesome. Which, of course, we called him the Icy Cock. Just because his title was the Ironclad Cleric of Cuthbert. So, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, his nickname was the Icy Cock. But yeah, his god's favorite weapon is a fucking mace. He's like running around, it's like, just because we found this fucking adamantium longsword, it's like, dude, give it to somebody else that... I mean, even the rogue could make more use of it. No, I found it. The king gave it to me. Ribbit, ribbit. The fuck am I? Am I gonna die? Hi. No, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna die. I don't even know where I am. I'm just like go off and fucking, these are my old D&D stories. Damn whippersnappers. While I'm wandering around the world trying to figure out what the fuck I need to do next. But yeah. No, I am not doing the fan translation of Final Fantasy IV Japanese hard type. I've never even completed Final Fantasy IV to begin with. I'm not doing a fucking stupid hard mode. No, this is why I bought the Echo. I don't even know what I'm doing. Aside from wandering around. We're gonna have you. The music is kind of epic. And there are frogs everywhere. Okay, let me walk out and walk back in and see what the fuck this place is called before I continue on my dumbass tales of yesteryear. Oh, this is the Tower of Owen. This is the Tower of Owen, okay. Yeah, you know, I don't know, maybe I will do the PSP version of Final Fantasy IV just so I can do the After Years bit. Okay, so we don't want to go to the Tower of Owen at the moment, and God... If I could stop being text messaged. Gulgan Gulch. Hey, Margnet. Fuck you, Tapapa. Are you the guys that can see the future? You're in Gulgan Gulch. We Gulgans are born sightless. However, we are endowed with the power of clairvoyance. We can glimpse into the future. Okay, I'm not gonna do that voice for them all. That will get annoying even for me. The crystal that gave you your blessing is the crystal of wind. You must go seek the other three. The crystals of fire, water, and earth. Okay. I sense the power of fire from the island of the dwarves. Okay. We live in this gulch, hidden from the world, for oftentimes knowing the future leads to misfortune. If darkness engulfs the world, everything will be consumed by the void. When the balance between light and darkness is broken, it will give birth to an unstoppable force that will destroy the world. In the future... The powers of darkness have hidden the light from the remaining crystals, and the crystals themselves have chosen to seal their powers. Okay. Use this spell and enter the Tower of Owen to the north. Desh, your destiny awaits. The Tower of Odin is filled with machinery. That is where Desh's destiny awaits. When the tower begins to crumble, spewing flames of doom, is when the man who changes destinies will awaken. The earthquake was only the beginning, the great tremors that swallowed the crystals, the light of our world. Only to spawn monsters from the depths of the scarred land are nothing but harbingers of what is yet to come. The living wood, the weeping trees are calling for you. So, is this kind of like open-ended where I can just go fuck about and do whatever? I'm stealing your shit. We know that you would steal our stuff. Oh, hey, another ice staff. Another fire staff, too. I mean, I got loot, so not like this was a complete waste of time. Well, then again, I guess we did have to come here to get the Toad spell for some reason. What level is Toad? Yeah, I'm not really always hyped up on stuff like this when it's like, you must use the gimmick spell. Although I don't think this is going to be as bad as Final Fantasy II, where I can just Toad, like, all but the final boss. Or just, I am Ultima Web Toad. I am the destroyer of all that Toad. I am the main villain of the Gate Toad. I've come back from hell now, I absorbed that. Fuck. Yeah, it's like literally the only thing. He's like, I came back from hell to absorb your Toad spell. How about thee? But yeah. Yeah. For some reason the cleric would just use a fucking adamantium longsword. That battle was still funny as hell though. He's got one fucking leg shoved down the Sandworm's mouth while he's just like wailing on it. God, fucking fighter still was trying to dive into him head first and kill him from the inside. Our DM would he would give the monsters more stats to try to kill us, but it just wouldn't work. Let's see, before we go to the Tower of Owen, I want to, like, sail around a bit more and see what other trouble we can get into. Obviously, the place of, I don't know, place of stuff. And there was, when we were underground in a desert cave, and there was a sand cave-in, the party was trapped, and the fucking shovel kept breaking, and the cleric sitting there casting fucking mend on the goddamn shovel. It's like the shovels keep breaking, because the rogue's stuck in the front trying to dig, and he keeps doing crit fails. It's like we're running out of air, so it's like, fuck it, you got Create Water, and water breathing is one of your domain spells. It's fucking... we're sitting there with fucking water skins strapped to our faces. Water breathing on, just... reverse fucking scuba gear trying to dig our way out of this fucking sand cave-in. Alright, let me save and see what happens if I run into that. Probably just gonna be like, you shall not pass. Here I am just fucking reminiscing and shit. And just like, haha! Actually, I miss those days. No, can't go. It's just non-interactable. It's just like, this is a whirlpool. Go fuck yourself. This is a whirlpool. Go fuck yourself and have fun with that. So we know that we can't defeat the guy in the big floating gate tree castle. Let me just check the world. Oh. Map. Yeah, we are presently landlocked. Or, well, yeah, land, waterlocked, however you want to look at it. We are locked in place. Fuck it. I guess we'll go heal up for free at Castle Asshole and run off to the Tower of Argus. So I guess he's a machinist? But, yeah. Oh, and then there was Death Tank. Oops. Oh yeah, this is the way. Yeah, then there was Death Tank. Because I don't know why, but it's like every character I make in D&D, I always have to try to be fucking machinist or something, yo. I always have to try to do something with, like, engineering. It's like, if I'm a fucking rogue, then I'm a goddamn, like, sapper or something, you know, blasting holes and, you know, making bombs and shit. And if I'm a freaking sorcerer, I'm just doing everything stupid. I wanted to make a fucking APC, a magically powered, like, mobile fort that we could just, like, roll around in because I didn't want to fucking deal with the goddamn desert or anything we were going to. It's like, I just wanted a rolling cabin that had arrow slits on it and, like, a water basin that, you know, was constantly had water in it and all that. Not like anything ridiculously over the top. But then it's like, I got a wish spell, and it's like, word this very carefully. I will fuck you on this. Coming from the being that was summoned from opening this little box that we used a random backstory generator for that campaign. I worded things very carefully. Unfortunately, I got my magical rolling cabin thing, but it also was self-aware. So it kind of blasted down the doors of the Dwarven settlement, rolled in, and started shooting arrows everywhere and murdering everybody. Okay, do I have to toad myself? Can we still cast magic while we're... No, we can't. So, yeah. The shenanigans we used to get into. But yeah, that fucker was self-aware, And it came in and it murdered all the dwarves.